squirrel moving across the treetops. Where are we now? He's been over there, he's moving across. I don't know if we can see him.
So I'm thrilled to show them an apartment here.
It is. No, he's gone. Oh, I don't know if you can see.
In the complex of Los Atalayones.
Yeah, he's about to see this gap here.
So we're looking at is just up there. It's a
Sun's settled down there a bit.
Nice. One bathroom.
He's going to make it a... Yeah, look. He's journeying.
It looks lovely.
It looks really
He's journeying right along the length of the road, but at treetop level. He just crossed that gap there. He's here somewhere now. But he's come at this sort of level across the trees, journeying. So, do you remember me the other day? I was telling you the story of the taps and dies, and I was telling you the story of Stephen, where he was, he didn't know what to get me for Christmas, you know, and I said, well, get yourself on eBay, Amazon, not Amazon, eBay or Facebook, and go and find some taps and die sets. So this is another Christmas sort of dilemma, get around, as we say. Emlyn from Wales, my mate from Emlyn, that I met 40 years ago in the TAs, 45 years ago, 50 years ago in the TAs. Anyway, what had I been? I would have been about 17, 18 maybe, something like that. Anyway, and he had the same, Reggie, what the hell am I going to get you at Christmas? You know, the same dilemma. And at the time he was, well, first of all, he started doing pap testing, was it? Do you know when they used to go around and plug your thing into a machine, and if it passed the test, it was fine. If it didn't pass the test, it was snipped off. It was that sort of thing. Anyway, that sort of evolved into putting... Now, I haven't actually seen them, but my understanding, putting in whiteboards in schools. So he'd go around all the schools and he'd be fitting whiteboards, which I guess is like big televisions type of thing, just for schools and that. Anyway, when all these things come, they come in I mean, as you know, recently we've been swapping, changing televisions, and we've been getting these multiple television stands to try to get them to fit, and they come with a universal pack of fixings, and you'll never use all of them. It's just one pack fits all the kits that they use, so there's a lot spare always. And this is what this is. I said to him, you know, because you know, you get to talk and ask the questions, and as usual, if you talk to me, the conversation always comes round to nuts and bolts. Forget motorsports, forget football, forget all that. The only interesting conversation you'll get out of me is an interesting conversation about nuts and bolts. And there's a lot of people in a lot of places and industries that throw things like this away. They bin them because they don't use them. They clog their cupboards. You know what I mean. And you need to find them and talk to them, and you know, whether you buy it out of them or you swap it for something. You know, if you collect all your stuff that you get for nothing, I'll trade you for whatever. And this is part of and it makes a fantastic Christmas present, because I know he's been thinking about me all year long, collecting all the little fixings and nuts and bolts, and this is only what's come out of one kit. So I'm just putting these together now. So yeah, there's many ways of keeping Reggie happy at Christmas time, and it doesn't always involve money. It doesn't always involve thinking about something, you know. And I am just a shed man, like every other shed man. So if you get excess of something that ordinarily would have been thrown in the bin because no further use for it, like these multiple packs of little plastic washers, little plastic spacers, We've all seen them, haven't we? I bet you if you work in IKEA or something like that, this is probably standard fare in IKEA, putting furniture together and all that sort of a thing. They even give you the tools, look. So yeah, just collect them, and you've always got a good stock then of that type of thing. And there's all sorts, absolutely all sorts of that have come out of different kits somewhere. Yeah. And even the right little sort of Allen keys for them. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You know, we're running mighty short of this stuff. At one time, I think I must have had a lifetime supply of it. Well, I thought it was a lifetime supply, and we've been using it on shelves. Well, let me show you something that I was thinking of. This shelving unit has been made of the same stuff. So I was contemplating scrapping this, taking this out and rob this stuff out of it. Be great for underneath shelves. And I happened to look to my right and I saw this. I thought, oh, what's this here? Oh, look at that. Look. Again, this has come out of some sort of shelving unit. That's fine for shelving, just great. You know, 2 in the side, 2 at the top, hold the shelves lovely. It's marvellous stuff. And again, I collect it because it's just holes already done, aren't they? Drilling holes in anything is is an inconvenience. So I'm now, that's reprieved. We've got plenty of stuff to make shelving with now. You know, however long, 2 in the top, 2 in the side. Great. And it's not the biggest, great for what I do, for what holding a shelf of taps and dies and a piece of wood sort of thing. Yeah, so, always see this stuff. People throw it away. This is some sort of shelving unit that I've dismantled or saved out the skip or something. I don't even remember where it came from, but I'd forgotten all about it that I got it. But any of this type of stuff, hang on to, because it's really, really useful when it comes to fitting 2 corners together of wood. It's probably too weak to weld. You'd struggle to weld it, but you can nut and bolt it together, can't you? Easy peasy. So as you can see, it's pretty weak and flimsy sort of stuff. But you'd be amazed once you've bolted a few of these together and made a few square sections and square units. It's really strong stuff. So you see it and you think, it's fairly weak, not very strong. But once you've bolted a few of these together to make yourself a shape or whatever you want to do with it, you'd be amazed how you can put strength back in what is basically a thin little angle iron that you don't think is very strong. But bolted together, these are as strong as anything you'll ever try and break. So you remember we had the telly changed, didn't we? And this unit, Debbie's dad made. Debbie's dad passed away quite a while, so that was never going to get changed. He made it just to fit that space in the style of a Welsh dresser. Anyway, the other telly just about fitted. We had to change the legs. It had one of these central stand things, didn't sit there. And we were experimenting. We got these, the first set of legs I bought the legs, but I didn't take into the size of the damn thing, so they were the wrong legs for the wrong size TV. Anyway, we sent off for another one, and I put these wood under it. So I found myself a bit of cleaner, nicer wood. Ready for Debbie. We'll sand that down and Debbie can paint it, because this is painted. And then all we have to do is stretch them back there. So we'll measure them and we'll stretch them back there. So one here, We've put door stops at the moment, holding them, because actually the legs are the wrong way around. It should be the other way. Those legs should be in front, but we don't want them sticking out here. So turn them around, and we might even end up fixing, put a bolt through, drill a hole just through the surface, easy enough. Whoops. Ooh. But anyway, that's what we've got to do. Let's measure these, especially that one. There's going to just be a short one there. So we'll measure that, cut them, sand them, give them to Debbie to paint. So let's make the measurements and crack on and make this look a bit nicer, make it disappear. So we want a 13-inch piece or thereabouts, and then the next one and a 15-inch. So I was going to measure from there and come up 15, but see, it clashes with the knot around there. So all I did was just measure it from the cleaner end, see where that lands us, and gives us a nice clean 15 there. So there's the 15-inch piece, and there's the 13-inch piece. All I've got is a lid of a jam jar, of a coffee jar. Mark that off, so we'll cut that and sand it, and we'll cut and sand it. We won't be clashing with any knots, will we? Cutting them in a nice clean place. Hopefully. Look at that. Ooh. We could nudge that up a bit. Start it there and there. We'll see how we get on. I think we're going to miss that just. So, easy peasy. Just use the round disc of the sanding belt thing here and there to just make the curve on it, make it look nice, and then we can we'll sand it a bit more with the disc sander, and then we'll give it to Debbie to paint, and it should disappear under the legs then. That's the plan anyway. Mess of that, haven't I? Come on. Oh, we're going to miss that knot. And cut the knot out. Ooh, a bit too much. Nothing but a bit of sand you won't fix. I think my marking was a bit out. Do that again maybe. Yeah, this will be better. Oh, that looks better. The marking was out a bit. Didn't quite. Didn't quite hold that in the middle of the wood when I marked it. That's going to be better now. Yeah. Let's try that. Look a lot better. There we are, following. There we are. That looks better. We'll just get rid of the we'll just get rid of the markings, put a bit of an edge on it, smooth it off. See, we've got rid of the markings now. That marker pen could come through any paint or whatever you wanted to use on it. Give that a bit of a sanding, and that'll be all right now. A little bit of a blemish, a little bit of a black marker. Where are you? Black marker. All the rest of it's done nicely. Nice light sanding. This is a bit, look. So all you have to do is just sand it a bit more. Yeah. See that black mark on the edge is gone, and that sort of dink or damage or touch has gone. Paint them white, put them underneath the television. You'd never know they've been there, will you? Again, the black mark there, isn't it? It's sitting a bit. It's looking okay now. That's gone. That's gone. That's good enough for Debbie to paint now. It'll all, the thing will come through it, you know. So a 13-inch one and a 15-inch one. Lovely jubbly, and that knot in the end didn't bother us, did it? No, we were able to get around it. Any corner really.
Oh, you've got the elephant on it.
Right, 13-inch goes under there. 13-inch goes under there, yeah?
In a bit.
Hold on. Oh, in
Towards the window more.
it.
Yeah. Gone a bit crooked.
We'll sort it. Next one.
That's not on at all.
Near enough.
It's not near enough.
The other end now then, please. Oh, alter it then. Okay? Down the middle of it. Go on. Yeah, it's only testing, and then I'll give it to you to paint.
Alright.
Then we'll fix them. Put your elephant back on it. Can you reach? Just. Yeah. Right. Where are you going? You're going round. Go the other corner now then. Lift that edge up. You're listening to country, are you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, baby! Right. Hold on, let's have a look. By the time you've painted them
That one's spot on.
the same white as the
I think that
unit,
one needs to is slightly, do you know what I mean? But we can get that. Tat it, tat it.
What's wrong with that?
No, I mean you haven't. It's not quite been positioned properly.
Yeah, according to you. Right.
To me,
Yeah, do fine.
Okay.
They're going to push that back slightly. Not that it matters.
Push what back?
Just push it back a bit. Oh, it don't matter.
We're only testing, aren't we?
Yeah, we're only testing. Right. That'll do. Right. It's up to you. See, that'll do the trick, won't it? I'm not really mad keen on cutting the end of that off. We're going to have to live with that a bit. Because we have thought of putting like a wedge and cutting a corner out the shelf, but...
When Stephen comes, we'll ask Stephen what he thinks, whether that would make a difference, because he'll have his joiner's head on.
Yeah. Cut a wedge in there, allow the telly to go in and turn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Leave him there for now, because
See, I'm not completely useless, am I?
I'm going to hoop. You're not completely useless now.
What?
No, that looks really nice, love.
I'm not completely useless.
Sometimes you're alright.
Remember, I was telling you about Stephen and remember I was telling you about Stephen and finding the taps and dies. So I said I would interrogate him for you. Hello, Mel. Go on then, tell me, where did you get them from? Where did you find them?
I ain't telling you. Not telling you my sources.
Was it Facebook?
Not telling you my sources.
Was it, you know, could you go
telling
all over?
you my sources.
Damn! I said I'd interrogate him.
No, my
No.
sources.
Where did you get them from?
Tell you.
Where did you find them?
Last time Stephen told you something, we had a bloody television.
Oh dear, yeah, because he's just had a new telly. Are you pleased with your telly?
I'm pleased with my telly.
It's a Sky, what is it?
Glass.
A Sky Glass.
65 inch.
Yeah?
Yeah, bigger than yours.
Oh, you have to mention size, don't you? You like to mention the size, don't you? Anyway, I promised you we'd interrogate him, didn't I? Going. We weren't sure. We're still not sure, really. We're still not sure, really. It's part of the settings, you know, because I think it should tick over on a flame, and then when you press the button, it goes quicker.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So you got to adjust it.
Yeah.
So it just ticks over.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
You make a stand for it. And then when you press the button, it comes through quicker. Let me turn the regulator up a bit, right there. What's up and what's down, Steve? Yeah. Try that. More or less. Well, this was an acetylene. No, I'll do it. Right there, let's fire it. Don't leak too much gas, because gas is a funny thing, you know. It can, gas, you can't see it, but it can go down. It's heavy. Gases. You like this? Too much gas. I scavenged this long time ago, that tubing. It was in, actually I think it was a skipping Freightliner, and I think they were having a clean out or something, so I grabbed them. And that's oxygen acetylene.
I don't need the green one then, do I?
But this was, and remember, gas is opposite thread.
Yeah.
So this was opposite thread, it fitted, it was the right regulator for it, and it connected on the end of there.
So what do I do? So I leave that green on it or take it off?
Take it off, less space.
Yeah.
And if you want it, you can always fetch it out the garage.
Yeah. And I've got to take it up the roof now.
Yeah, less weight in it.
Less.
Yeah, just snip that all off. It's only cable tied together, but this is oxygen acetylene tubes. That's done all right. That's done all right. That has. That's a freebie. That was a freebie, Steve, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the burner and the thing was a free. I'll make a deal with you. Is that proper gas pipe? I don't think it is even proper. It's not even proper gas pipe. That's water pipe, that is. Yeah, gas pipe is a lot thicker and a lot smaller down the middle. No, keep that. That's just like heavy duty sort of garden hose stuff, that is. So we had that pipe, the burner, and this they couldn't get going. But yeah, between us we got it going, didn't we?
I think I'd have struggled, you know, without you having that pipe.
Having that pipe, well, and that connection. And
Yeah.
you didn't realise these. Remember, propane is opposite thread. You got to remember, anything with gas is, you know, it's not righty tighty, lefty loosey. Well, when you're dealing with gas, it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. Oh, careful! Don't let it do that. Ooh. If you let it run, see, that is an amount of gas is gone.
Yeah.
So you don't want it to collect anywhere. I'll tell you what I do. If I see a rat hole, I put it down the rat hole, you know. I gas the rats out with it.
Yeah.
I even gas the rats out with this, because you know sometimes you get a hole in the garden, don't you? So I put a load of gas down there. Yeah. Anyway, successful. Just got to remember to light all three heads. Yeah, make sure all the three heads are lit. They're quite a space apart. I think they'd struggle to light each other. Yeah, just make sure you hear it go pop. When it lights 3 times, make sure you light the 3 of them. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be that's a great freebie, that is. Great freebie. We were just going to put the pipe in a bucket. We're just going to check the pipe. We'll check the pipe out. Yeah. I didn't press record on it. Go around there again. This is a fully working, I've just cleaned it up. This is a fully working footprint. It's in a maintenance man's van. It sits in here. And just show me, Steve. And the reason he likes it and he keeps it is it's the only thing that he's got that fits the immersion heaters to get them off the copper tanks and all that sort of a thing. So that's why he likes it, and it's in the toolbox. And a fully working footprint. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing, still going strong. And that was your dad's, and it was probably his granddad's. So it's got a right old age on it, and it still works to this day, working. And them sites, what are they? Chinese Temu. Stephen signed up to Temu, and he's got one of these, look. All right for now, it's good for the big, doesn't quite fit the immersion heater though, does it?
No, I think it's just naff.
But you know, you say it's naff,
Yeah.
It's less naff when you haven't paid for it and you had it as a free gift.
Yeah.
So sign up to Temu,
and you get free gifts.
and they might send you one of these. Out for now is good, isn't it? Out for now is good. Oh, what did you boss? You went off, yeah. You were doing a job, don't you? You went down south to do a job.
I asked him to go and get me some of them.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, and DeWalt as well.
Yeah.
Good quality. They're, oh yeah. Lovely. Lovely little set.
Lovely little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they came home, didn't they, for sure? Yeah, they came home for sure. Yeah.
It's me that wanted them.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's done quite well. It was, of course, you use your popular ones, don't you?
Yeah, I kept meaning to, as I broke one, to replace it. But
Yeah.
it just didn't happen, did it?
Pain in the, yeah.
You know?
It's just, that's the nature of sets, and you use what you use in them, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tap and dies are the same. You have a nice set, and then you use the bits that you use. Well, with a bit of luck, Stephen, in 80 years' time, a little Reggie will be coming along.
Wow,
Well, look at this, yeah, and see how many cuckoos are in the nest in this one. Hey, Tone, and then bits of wood we give me. Look, we've trimmed them, put a round edge on them, and we've sandpapered them. You know, we've took the colour out of them, and now because we're going to paint them with white, you know, this furniture white stuff, just to put underneath the telly. Yeah. So that plank of wood you give me is come in just right. Lovely. Thanks, Tone. Thank you. So my preferred way of storing nuts and bolts is with nuts and bolts together, making them as sets already made. Because if you want a bolt, you just put the nut back in the pot. You haven't then got to run around looking for a nut for the damn thing. So you've got the bolt you want, and then you've got to go and find the nut that fits the bolt, haven't you? So I always, obviously, if I've got enough nuts to fit all the bolts, I prefer, and if you wanted just a nut, you can always come to these and rob a nut off them, can't you? Yeah, so my preferred way of storing them, obviously in jars with a whole load of WD-40, keeping them well. It'll be interesting to see how these react, how long they last. Obviously it's not glass, but it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, but I prefer to keep my nuts and bolts together. Easier, I find. When you want one, just grab it and use it. Short of, okay, if you want an eye lock on the end of it, well, of course, you're going down something slightly more specific, aren't you? Then you go and find the nylocks for it. You don't keep a lot of nylocks, really. It's nuts and bolts. So I put a bit of a carpet, bit of underlay here, so rather than leaning on a dirty piece of, or a dusty piece of just concrete. Yeah, we're putting the bigger stuff down the bottom, and there's a spring there. There's two of these here, that's doubled up. These are doubled up. So it's coming on. You've just got to spend time and handling them and moving them, and oh yeah, this goes with that, that goes with this. Up here we're thinking anything that's driven by a screw sort of thing, that's driven differently, that can be that shelf, can't it? So that's sort of coming slowly. We found our way with the pop rivets. This is going to be the pop rivet section of the shelves. Even put a few of them in there, find some glass jars, so that'll be, hopefully, if I want a pop rivet, it will be in this area to find easily and quickly. So yes, you've just got to spend time handling them, moving them, messing with them. Oh, this goes with that. Oh, that goes with this. And they'll find their way, they'll find their own level. We want to lift these in the back, don't we? We want to bring them up slightly. This is a bit too tall, even that way it's a bit too tall. But we've got this knackered edge stuff, can't we? We've got this stuff that we can make use of this. Just put one on top of the other. Screw them together, put the widest bit on top, put that in the bottom. It's gonna be well buried underneath the jars there, isn't it? So that'll do just fine. So, you remember, we had this dog rough piece of wood. Which ordinarily you would have put in the fire, wouldn't you? But it's gonna do just nicely for this, for what we want to do. Even if you bring it forward a bit, there's one edge that's clean. You just fix that in there. And then we can just put the jars in now, can't we? Put the bigger jars that are fuller in the back and put the smaller jars in the front, and you're gonna be able to see, aren't you? Pretty much what's in the back there. Yeah. So that's going to work out. That's going to work out all right, because we're able to get the bigger jars in and on top, and we can see pretty much what's in them, so we can find them quickly, can't we? Yeah. So, and of course we've made use of that dog roof. I don't know why they're still here. We've made use of that dog roof piece of wood that we had. Yeah, that's going to be all right. Oh, who remembers these old spanners arriving? We got a box of them, didn't we? We didn't even get out the box, did we? They haven't even come off the box. Hasn't come off the floor, and they haven't come out of the box since they arrived. Remember the same time we picked up a whole load of GKN stuff. Yeah, wow. So we are getting there. We're getting a little closer each bit of a time. Oh, that's a nice one. Wants cleaning up. So anyway, that has finally moved its position off the floor, and now we can put them somewhere to deal with them. Ah, and I'd forgotten this little tin. Look, what's inside the little tin? Oh, look, these little things that you put on the end of your shoes and under your boots to go clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. Isn't it great tidying up and rediscovering stuff that you've just brought in, put on the shelf or on the box on the floor and forgotten all about it. Wow, right, it's lunchtime, so I think we'll call this the part 1 of Saturday mishy-moshying about. Look what we found. Look, I didn't know if these were full or empty, but remember we found these GKN screws, didn't we? Blimey. No, Nick, I'm not going to start collecting GKN stuff. You're going to drive me mad. I refuse to go down that path. Yeah, I refuse to go down that path of collecting GKN. Pussycat? Cheese on toast? Oh!
Nearly.
So what are we having? Cheese on... Why is the cheese in the middle of that? What's that, Deb?
There's cheese in the middle as well.
So cheese on top, cheese on... Oh, and then red sauce. Oh, so cheese in the middle as well?
Yeah.
Made in the air fryer?
Yeah. I've got tomatoes on mine.
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Ooh.
And tomatoes inside.
Tomatoes are a bit...
Yeah, but I put mine on after yours.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's not many tomatoes in there.
Tomato inside as well.
Oh, is there?
Okay.
You're learning. It's a learning curve, isn't it, this air fryer thing? They're painted. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, so tomato, cheese, red sauce, but there's cheese and tomato in between as well.
Yeah.
In the air fryer. Okay.